everybody. Welcome to How to Feed a Loon. I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
The Loon.
The Loon.
Folks, we're really excited because we're going to talk to you today about something you probably had no idea about.
Crazy.
Salt.
Yeah.
Now, you're probably thinking, salt? What's there to know about salt? I know plenty. It's just you shake it on your eggs and you're good. Well, trust me, there's a whole world of salt out there that you probably had no idea about.
Amazing.
We have been educated and we've learned that when you're using the right kind of salt, a really, what we like to call a gourmet finishing salt, it's going to take your recipes
boost it.
It's going to boost it. And it's going to go from like just sort of a really good dish that you made at home that's going to taste good. It's going to elevate it to something that you would get in a restaurant and think, wow, how did this chef do this? Why can't I do this at home? So we're going to talk to you about some salts that have come from our really good friends at Food Shed Exchange.
Yay! Now these guys are great. They have this online platform where they take the chef or the consumer now,
right,
and then the farmer and the rancher, and they puts them together and leaves the middleman right out of it.
They take the middleman out, and it's better for the farmer, it's better for the chef.
Everybody.
It's not so great for the middleman, but you know, he gets by. But anyway, so what we're going to talk about are these finishing salts, and these are recipes that came from the James Beard multiple-time award-winning chef Jimmy Schmidt.
Jimmy Schmidt. Yep.
Jimmy Schmidt, and he works very closely with Food Shed Exchange. And
is he like a food scientist?
He's an award-winning food scientist. I mean, talking to him, you literally feel like you're talking to like this. Well, you are talking to a genius in my mind.
But you're like, die. That's what I feel like when I talk to him.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, so we're going to go into the different types of salts that he has created. And what's so interesting is the basis, really, for the majority of his salts are sea salts.
Sea salts, right.
Now, there are a lot of different seas in the world, as we all know, and every one of those seas have a different flavor to them. So there are some salts that have a higher algae content, which can have a great flavor.
And makes it kind of greenish.
Kind of a greenish flavor. And you can pair that with a particular kind of dish that you're cooking. Usually you want to keep the color profiles the same. So if you're cooking some sort of vegetable that's greenish in flavor, go with the green sea salt. The salt, it's amazing.
Now he's got there are like 3 different types of salts that he does.
Yeah, he's really broken them into 3 types of groups of salt that you can work with.
The food, like a porcini.
Well, there's a food, so if you're cooking, say, a particular food type, like porcini mushrooms. So you're going to make a porcini risotto, which I love to make. He has made a porcini salt. So what this is going to do is it's just going to accentuate, it's going to add flavor, add more mushroom flavor to this incredible creamy risotto. Yeah, I mean, I wish you guys could smell this.
Well, then he also does salts to complement like what you're drinking.
What you're drinking.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, so
I mean, like if you're having a giant steak and you're having a cognac,
yep,
they have a cognac salt blend.
Yeah, so one night we were like, well, we might as well try all of these. So we had cognac, rum, tequila. No, I'm kidding.
We tied one on with the salt blends.
That's right. But it's incredible. You know, obviously if you're doing a steak and then you want to apply one of these red wine salts right at the end, it's amazing. And what's really great about these finishing salts is they have a texture to them, and that's one of the things I like about it. They're not just the superfine salt that really adds no additional enhancement to the dish other than just adding a lot of sodium.
So you use it afterwards and you don't use a lot of it, like you were just going to say about the sodium.
Exactly. And an interesting point about these as well is because they are mixed with spices and herbs and they're a little coarser, you're going to find that you need less to get even a better flavor profile. And what that means is you're going to be using less sodium. So they're more...
Everybody needs less sodium.
Yeah, that's right. We're all bloated enough as it is. But it really gives you...
It's like my dad, did I tell you? Sorry. When my dad ate all that saltwater taffy and he didn't know it was saltwater, and I came home and he was all bloated and I was like, Dad, did you know that was saltwater taffy? He was like, no, but I didn't.
Well, I could see where it would be confusing to know that salt would be in saltwater taffy, but we really digress. So,
sorry.
Anyway, let's get back to the really good salts. So we've talked about food types. We've talked about great salts with drinks, and then
the territories.
And then he's even developed some based on territories. And we found this really interesting too. That you have probably seen us cook with Wagyu beef from Food Shed Exchange. Incredible. Well, beef, cattle, produce, no matter, they're going to, where they are, they're going to have a slightly different flavor profile depending on where they're raised and cultivated in a particular region of the world. Specifically within the United States, what kind of salts does he have?
There's the West, he calls it the West, and then the Plains, and then the Mountain.
So these salts, I mean, their uses are endless, and you've really got to give them a shot.
You can go to foodshedexchange.com, and they've got 15 of them. They're amazing.
Yeah.
It's good for stocking stuffers.
Oh, I can hardly wait to cook with them. So thanks for joining us, y'all. We'll see you a little later.
See ya.